First and foremost then, how is your squad ahead of tomorrow night's game? Any concerns, bumps, bruises, or is everyone by and large okay?
Everyone except Nathan. Nathan's run out of time a little bit for the first game, so Nathan won't be involved in the first game. But everyone else good to go.
That's a positive to take you into such a huge game. How do you help your players deal with the extra focus that's on them going into this? Because it goes beyond football, this match. Yeah,
obviously the situation surrounding the game. I think I said a long time ago, I hope the game goes ahead in June, because that will mean the situation in Ukraine has improved. It hasn't, but we're still here. So we always said we'd be guided by the Ukrainians as to how they felt the game should go ahead or not. They made a decision to get their football players out of the country into a training camp to prepare for the game, because they want to play. They want to try and give their nation a boost by qualifying for Qatar. So the game goes ahead, but still with the horrific outside influence. But for us, we focus on the game of football.
Have you allowed yourself to try and put yourself in the shoes of your counterpart, Alexander Petrakov? This is a guy who at 64, I think, volunteered to be part of the Defence Force, to guard his home country. It's an incredible situation he finds himself in. Yeah, I think for all of them, it's an incredible situation that they find themselves in. How you would deal with it yourself if you were put in that situation, you don't know until you're actually there. But nothing but good thoughts for them and good wishes for them, except during the game, because obviously they want to go to Qatar and represent their country. But I'm desperate to go to Qatar with Scotland. My staff are desperate to go, and most importantly, our players are desperate to take their country to a World Cup final. So that's what we focus on. How do you go about being ruthless, I guess, in the 90 minutes of play? No, we just do what we always do. We play the way we play. We try to get on the front foot. We try to be positive in the game. I think the Ukrainian team will be the same. They want to attack. I watch them as they play. A good team going forward. So hopefully a good game. Hopefully the right result for Scotland. Have you been able to scout them at all in the games that they've played over the course of the last few weeks, or are they an unknown quantity for you at the moment? No, they're obviously a known quantity. I think with international football, you can always go back to the last set of competitive fixtures. I mean, we haven't played competitively since November, the same as Ukraine. So you can take bits from that. Obviously, we could pick up footage from their friendly games, which were more based on the fact of getting them up to match speed, which they will be, because they've done 3 or 4 weeks good training. So they'll be ready for the game, no worries.
In terms of that, Steve, being able to assess the opposition, given what's happened with Ukraine, has it impacted your ability to assess what kind of form they're in, what their fitness is like, for example?
Like I said, not really, because you're focusing on how they played the last time they were together as an international team, which was only back in November. It's the last time we played competitive games. It's the last time they played competitive games. I'm sure they've probably scanned over the 2 friendlies that we played in March, because I made a lot of changes in those games. We didn't play the way we played towards the end of last year in the qualifiers. So I'm sure they've looked more at the qualifiers than the friendly games, and we've been similar.
You had built up a real momentum before the obvious break. Do you sense that that's still there? That feel-good factor that was there is still there when the guys are training, when you've been around them?
So of course we haven't lost in 8 games. The guys know when they turn up that we're on a good run, and they want to keep that good run going for at least 2 more matches.
It's been mentioned the eyes of the world will be on this game for various reasons, not least what's happening in Ukraine. Everyone's been having their say about it. Graham Souness has split opinion, I think it's safe to say. Were you surprised by him saying that he wants Ukraine to win? I can't put my mind, or I can't put myself into anyone else's mind. Everyone has an opinion on the situation. Every opinion will be different on it. I focus on myself. I want to go to, like I said earlier, I want to go to Ukraine I want to go to Qatar with Scotland, and the players want to go as well. So that's what I'll focus on.
Any disappointment that a former Scotland captain would think that way?
No, anybody can have their own opinion.
In terms of the recent Euro playoffs, how much could that benefit Scotland getting into this game?
It's good that we've got recent experience, but we're playing against different teams, different players, different circumstances. But we have that experience to fall back on if we need.
Steve, just obviously it's going to be a very emotional night for Ukraine, but for Scotland as well. Sellout crowd. How big an impact can the home crowd have?
Massive. Obviously, before the game, there will be a lot of emotion around on the Ukrainian side. I'm sure the Tartan Army will respect their national anthem, will applaud their national anthem. Then I'm pretty sure the Tartan Army will sing their hearts out and get behind the team, and it's really important for us that they do that.
Just a little bit more on Ukraine. You said you think they'll be on the front foot, but how do you expect them to line up? Who are the danger men that you putting special focus on to try and stop?
I'm not going to pick anybody out. They're a very talented team with talented players, and I think if you pick out one or two, then you're doing a disservice to the rest of the team. They're a good team, but we're a good team too.
Steve, after being knocked out of the Euros, what a lot of the players and coaching staff said was that couldn't be the end, it had to be the start. To what extent does that experience, that feeling, still fuel this team going into a game like this?
Yeah, we said at the time we didn't want to be one tournament wonders. I'm convinced that this group of players won't be, whether it's this tournament 2022 in Qatar or 2024 in Germany or 2026 in America. This team will go to another tournament. This squad of players will go to another tournament. I'm convinced.
Thank you all. Thanks.
Thank you.
All the best.